Hello, my name is Matt. I'm 58 years old and I'm chasing 4 watts per kilo. Today we're looking at the Zwift Games Stage 6, the Epiloch time trial. I'd never done a time trial before and I was really looking forward to seeing what this would be like. So, my first time trial. I have no idea what to expect. When we load in, it looks pretty cool. The conveyor belt's pushing us forward, getting ready to launch us out onto the course. I think that the race has already started, and it's only watching it later that I see the writing that says approaching starting line above. I'm still trying to figure things out, and the race really hasn't even started yet, and somebody tries to pass me. I try not to let it faze me. My plan is to ride my own race. I'm going to treat it like a 20-minute FTP test, where I'm going to shoot for a certain average power and try to ignore the riders and what's going on around me. Overall, I was feeling pretty good. I had a little fatigue in my legs from workouts I'd done this week, but overall, not bad. 45 seconds into the race, and I passed my first a competitor. And I know I just said I was going to ride my own race, but there's something a little different here. It's not an FTP test because there are other people out here, and there's the opportunity to hunt them down one by one. And there, 2 seconds up the road, my next target. I want to catch them, but I have to do this in a smart way. I can't bury myself chasing every single person on the road. I knew the race would last around 16 minutes, and my current FTP is 255. So I thought I would try to hold my FTP for the duration of the race, something that I thought was doable. I'd watched Manuel Essel's recon video of the course, and I felt like I had a good idea what to expect. I also thought I'd follow his strategic advice, where I would push the hills in order to catch up to my opponents. I would use the downhills for recovery, and I would try to hold my goal FTP on the flats. At this point in the race, I'm feeling pretty good. I've passed 3 riders, and I'm averaging 266 watts. Now my goal was 255, but I know that I can do more. 255 was a conservative effort for the race. I might be 58 years old, but I'm still a novice racer. And one thing that I'm most uncertain about is just how deep I can push myself before I'll blow up. When I was a competitive runner, I always knew exactly how hard I could push myself at any given time in a race. But cycling is very different. I don't know if it's the distance, the time, or the different body mechanics, but I find it much harder to judge just how hard I can go. More often than not, when I'm racing on a bike, when I'm done, I feel like there was just a little bit more that I could have done. As I hunt down my fourth competitor, I'm feeling pretty good. My heart rate is 149, 150, which is sustainable for me. My max heart rate is 172, and I'm only really hurting when I get in the 160s. High 140s and low 150s is a good sustainable pace for me. I'm keeping my cadence high up in the 90s, and my average power is 263 at this point, which I think is good. I'm hitting the steepest, sharpest climb of the race, and following Manuel Essel's advice, I'm going to give it a go. You gain the most on your opponents when you climb hard, and I know this is a good opportunity for me. I notice on the mini-map in the top right corner a lot of little green dots just begging me to hunt them down. It gives me the extra motivation I need to keep on pushing. At this point on the road, I'm starting to think, hey, I really like this time trial stuff. But is that just because I'm passing more people than who are passing me? Would it be different if people were roaring by me one after another? As I said, this is my first time trial. I don't know what to expect. But there's something to be said about being on the road, just you and the bike and pushing yourself to the limit without dealing with the tactics and the drafting and feeling like you're putting out effort to help a competitor, but still having competitors that you're setting out to pursue. I can see myself enjoying both styles of racing, but in particular, outdoors, I think I would like group races. If I was part of a team, I would love the tactics and the working with teammates for a mutual goal. I think that would be pretty exciting. It would be cool. It's been almost 4 minutes since I passed anyone, but there's a whole string of riders just waiting for me ahead. We're over halfway through the race, and I'm still feeling good. My average power is 261. It's creeping very slowly lower, but I'm not concerned. I'm still above my 255 goal, and I still feel good. There are 156 riders in this race, and it's for people with racing scores between 390 and 510. My Zwift racing score right now is a 482, which puts me towards the top end. So I figure I should be having a good race. I've done a couple of Zwift races where I was at the bottom of the category, and it makes life hard. I'm ripping through the field, taking down one competitor after another. I begin to wonder, maybe it's the bike. I'm on a fully upgraded KDEX bike with the DT Swiss wheels. Maybe that's doing it for me. The game says I'm in 84th place out of 156, but I've passed 15 riders without being passed once. I must be doing better than that. I figure the rankings don't matter until everybody has finished the race. How am I doing? I must be doing well, but I honestly don't know. Am I having the race of my life here? It can't be that good. I'm just not putting out the kind of power it would take to be on a podium. I just resolved that with a little less than 1.5 miles to go, or 2.25 kilometers left to go, that I'm going to give it my all and see if I can catch any more riders. My average power is at 262 and has been consistent through the race. I'm pretty happy with that. My heart rate's at 155, which is pushing hard, but it's not on my limit. I feel like I can still push harder without blowing up before I hit the finish line. With 1 mile or 1.6 kilometers left to go, my next competitor is 7 seconds ahead. And ahead of them, there's several riders. This is something that I'm loving about time trials. There's always something to chase. Whether it's the clock or another person, there's something to pursue. This is the point of a bike race where I'm most at a loss. I don't know how much power I can put out at this point in time. I'm sure as I train more and race more, I'll get a feel for it. But right now, I just don't know what it feels like. 1/2 mile to go. A little less than 1 kilometer. I can catch these 2 riders, but can I catch a third? The Dutch rider puts up a fight, but I get him. I look up the road. There's a French rider ahead, but he's putting out a lot of watts per kilo. There just isn't enough race left to get him. All I can do now is put my head down and go for time. As is usual for me, my heart and lungs are not the limiting factor. It's my legs. Already a little fatigued before the race, they're on fire. It's everything I can do to try and hold on to 300 watts through the finish line. I finished the race averaging 266 watts with personal records for 8 minutes, 10 minutes, and 15 minutes. And I finished in 12th place out of 156 riders, a result that I'm super happy with. For my first time trial, I thought that was a great result, and I had a great time. I'm definitely going to do more of these. Hey, I appreciate you staying around to the end of this video, and if you would, give me a like and a subscribe. I don't get paid for this. I thrive on your enthusiasm. Hey, my name is Matt. I'm 58 years old, and I'm chasing 4 watts per kilo. See you next time.